learned a lot about Seven in the last video as some of his memories came flooding back to him. Turns out he might be like a perennial participant in these Nonary games. I feel like it's one of two possibilities. Either because he said it was 9 years ago when we found out he was a police officer or a detective of some sort. He discovered these children being abducted and taken to this ship, and he got captured himself. That was 9 years ago. So either he's been captured, brainwashed, and he's been taking part in Nonary Games constantly, or they wiped his memory, and maybe he was just got let back into the world, not knowing who he was, and now they've brought him back because of the whole 9 years thing, and the number 9. I'm not really sure, but yeah, interesting, very interesting. We made our way through the puzzles, the toilet puzzles. So yep, we've passed through the open door and we've headed into the next room. Now, sorry if this is immersion breaking. Yeah, we're not going to meet. I feel like we're not going to meet up with the others here. Oh no, we could be. Yeah, we could be. But I'm not sure if the others could have found the other doors because of certain key cards we have. I don't think that these keys will show up until we finish this particular path. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see if there are any differences between doors 7 and 8, because I think Clover is going to be with us for both scenarios, just because of we ran the numbers. It seems like that maybe this will hinge on preventing Mr. Pokemon Gym Leader Santa from obtaining the golden gun, but we might, other people might reveal themselves to have a devious plan here, some sort, a knife, just general threatening behavior. They might have already gone through the door. I don't know. And like I was just saying, I don't know in terms of key cards that have been obtained through these doors. Because in the scenario we're in currently, we've only been through door 3, whereas when we went through this way, people had gone through all 3 doors. So the knickknacks we'd picked up, we had them all. So I don't even know if they can access doors 1 and 6. I'm not entirely sure. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Industrial.
Oh, what the hell is this place?
The torture chamber? The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
Yeah.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
I wonder if they brought all Alice in here. To try and, like, bring her back to life. But I guess we have to realise that the way we've progressed through the story this time around, we don't even know about that yet.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Yeah. The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel.
Oh, yeah.
Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
God. I'm just imagining someone playing their DS, like in bed in like a completely pitch black room, and those white flashes just Alright. I changed the skip mode as well, instead of skip all. I wonder if maybe this is how they wiped Seven's memory, but it's more than likely just a puzzle and it's all here for show. I thought there was a hole here, but I guess it's got a cover over it. You aren't going to be able to get that off. It's bolted on there pretty good. Maybe there's something around here we can use to get that thing off of there. Can you see anything in there? If you can't see anything, I don't really think we need to bother with trying to open it. Too dark to see anything. Huh? Did I see something shiny in there? Okay, fair enough. L-shaped pipe and the straight one are both connected to this tank. They're pretty big pipes, but that tank's even bigger. Those stairs go to the exit. This handrail runs all the way from the entrance. It doesn't go down one side of the stairs. Of course, the entrance is locked. It's been like that in every room we've been in. What did you expect? There's no point to try and go back. Let's just think about going forward, alright? Yeah, I'm just clicking on stuff, lady. When you look at it from here, the catwalk looks pretty high up. That makes the stairs pretty steep. You better be careful going up and down. Alright, so we've got like springs, a hatchet, a hammer or mallet, curved knife, a spanner, what are those, like a clamp or forceps or something? There are a number of ominous looking tools and instruments here. Let's see, we've got an adze and hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all this other stuff? Yeah, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Yep, this wrench looks brand new. Considering where we found it, I have to wonder how it was used. Knock it off. I don't want to think about that. You've already seen plenty of things that are a lot more cruel than that. You're unexpectedly sensitive. Come on, let's not talk about that stuff. That doesn't matter, okay? We need to find somewhere where we can use it. Yeah, well, we already know. I don't think there's anything else we need. Sure. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we got to figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, you just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the four corners. Dude, the screen is green! Is this a glitch? Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. We can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Alright. more blocks show up, so I think you got to figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get this screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, alright, fine, oh yeah, I get it, yeah. You told me to stop, so I was stopping. A really creepy chair. The manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. What kind of symbol? Well, if I've got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. Sweet. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here I could see through the glass. It's not working though. You don't think it's just a sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know, I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair? You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Yeah, I mean, this is if we're talking about shapes and squares and stuff. Surely the screen needs to match this. Red, yellow. You think the colours mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. Bunch of buttons with the letters A through F. Wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So if I press it again, back you come. Guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. The needle on the gauge is at 0. Doesn't look like it's going to move. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? Ha! Shoot. They're all rusted. Guess turning them doesn't really do anything. There are a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything though. You think it's broken? Alright, hang on. Right, let's just open this thing. The cover's bolted on. Should be able to get those bolts off with this wrench we just found though. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't even see in, even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. You sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Not really. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. The sun key. A key with the sun symbol on it. We should be able to open the other door with this. Yeah, but we got to get out of this room before we can do that. And we're probably going to need the sun key to do that. But none of the doors in this room have keyholes. I bet we got to use it on something that's not a door. Sun key should fit into the keyholes on these manacles. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes. Great, they're open. I don't think we're going to need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Well, they're open. What are you going to do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out what the device over in the corner is for at any rate. Okay. Maybe we need to make this thing match. Yep, each switch, yep. But what number do you want me to add them up to? Am I being really dense here? These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor's going to suddenly open up. Feels like it's got some movement to it. Should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. Sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh. Junpei, look! What sheet? Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Is that a dead shark? Or something weird. EDBF. That's strange. Right, a couple of letters in the colour of blood written on this shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever those are for has to be in this room somewhere. Guess the shark was someone's pet, huh? It's a bit of a surprise. You die on the chair, you get dumped in the water, and he cleans up the mess. Convenient. Well, guess I might as well try. Let's give it a shot. Nope, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, give me that. You just ain't man enough. Sure, pal. You give it a shot. Let's see just how much more of a man you are. Oh! Hey, you're gonna break it. Man, that thing ain't going anywhere. I've unlocked the manacles. We should probably try and figure out what the thing over in the corner does. Okay, 6. 11. 9. 13. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do. I could definitely do this with trial and error. Which, to be fair, I'm probably going to do. Sorry. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from the subject. Once preparation is finished, place the subject in the chair. Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, you don't say. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, 7's never going to fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data, I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's going to zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we've figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. Cannot communicate with external hardware. Check connection and power source. External hardware? That must mean the chair, after all. There's all these cables running between them. I don't see a power source for the chair, though. You think maybe it's controlled from somewhere else? Looks like the only controls are in this room. Oh yeah, sorry, the shark. E, D, B, and F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. Looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Right, I guess it's me. I don't think examining the chair is going to cause that machine to do anything. I should probably take a look at the monitor instead. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat the subject in the device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure?
Yeah, sit her in the chair.
I can sit in it and you can solve.
No, she's done nothing for this entire game. She can sit in the torture chair.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark, floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know.
Great. Is there no gag that comes with it or something?
I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
After her words made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. Okay, I hope this doesn't go really bad. And of course, the only puzzle that would physically involve Lotus would involve tying her to a chair. I mean, what were these... How lonely were these developers? Right? Tie her to a chair, yeah. But she didn't sit down. Despite what she'd said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
No.
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me,
No.
I want you to tell my daughters.
Oh, here we go. She's laying it on thick now.
Tell them that I loved them very much.
Okay.
No, tell them that I will always love them.
Go.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
What?
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... Well, some things happened.
Okay, hang on. I'll just make a note of that. She didn't say boys or girls or one of each. I've just written down Lotus has twins. That sounds...
Their names are Nona and...
Shouldn't have said that.
Wait! Nona?
Oh, maybe we know them. Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah! Aoi, Light, and Nona.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
Yes, okay, I was paying attention, game.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No way, it couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
Sorry, I was just writing her last name down.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean, that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then... That was when... From there... It looked like... Just as if... Finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through.
So you just let it stew for 9 years?
I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
That's like enabling someone's trauma, right?
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that?
Well, because it might be a way of healing them, right? Of them getting over the trauma they've been through, rather than leaving it as a open wound for the rest of their life.
Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own.
Right.
I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital?
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
Wasn't what Lotus was talking about earlier, was it? No, that was Sheldrake. I think. Right, the Gansfeld experiment. Go on.
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another.
Q&A. Yep.
Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them.
Yeah.
Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Seven had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The Nonary Game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Uh-oh. Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
Oh,
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
for God's sake. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much. If she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Oh no! Is she gonna die if I do this wrong? This is what happens when you game the system. So we've got 4 quadrants. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. You know what, guys? I'm going to take a hint. I have no shame in this. What the hell is this hint about? So I guess they all just need to match somehow. 6, 5, 4, and 5. So I've got to like make a note of what each thing turns on. Right, I'm gonna maybe need to make a little diagram myself here. So we've essentially got 4 squares, if you will. Each one has their own. So we've got the right top one here, which has 8 squares in a certain order. Lotus would probably be dead by now. And then the right bottom has 6, a 3 and a 3. Right, and this has got 10. And 9. Then we've got 4 switches that each have 2 settings. God. So we've got 2 switches on the right. Well, they've got 3 settings technically. 1, 2 and off. Okay. So this switch on 1 turns on these 3. God, this is going to be confusing, right? There's no... Oh, right, there's the hint. Sorry about that. I'm just going to use the hint, I'm sorry. So it wants this shape on both sides, right? What? I think we got it. Sorry to cheat, but I just had no interest in figuring that out. I'm so sorry. Some puzzles. It's just like I'm not doing this. I can't believe I've just done that, but I'm sorry. We're here for the story, man. The experiment is concluded. The door will now unlock. I hear... Can you actually kill Lotus? I can hear the door unlocking. Now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. Glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig isn't for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. Right, sorry guys. I just... I literally had absolutely no clue what I was supposed to do, so... Not the first time I've ever, like, actively cheated.
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Yeah, I can't remember last time I ever, like, actively cheated. In a game. What would have been the last time I did something like that? Oh well.
Yes, we just need to keep going.
Let's just see how far along we are. Right, we're right next to the end, so I'm just going to play on here.
Right, let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
Do we even have the right key card? In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. Oh. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C-Deck. The door opened and they stepped off.
Huh?
They'd expected to find 4 other people waiting for them. There were none. Yeah, I did wonder if they would find door number 9 before us and go without.
No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Lotus shrugged. We've still got that sun key, right? Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred. He tried to forget the feeling and took off down the long hallway before him.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
Seven and Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. They'd run for quite some time when they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. Junpei stopped.
All right, time to open this.
He laid his hands on the doorknob, his breathing heavy. Seven laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet.
Oh, there's a Jupiter symbol engraved over the keyhole.
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
Oh. Seven was right. They had no Jupiter key.
Then we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop...
Frustrated, he twisted the doorknob. The door opened.
Hey, it opened.
What?
And the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Yeah.
Well, what are we waiting for?
As he spoke, he shoved the door the rest of the way open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Three people lay dead on the floor covered in blood, but not June?
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. Is she zero? He couldn't breathe. They've not exploded though, have they? Looks like they've been garroted or something. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. Hang on. No, that's not why. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
The murderer?
June. The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was... No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lovis dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. Hang on, is there any other... Sorry. Is there another combination here? Yeah, she's gonna kill Lotus, man. Oh my god! Oh god! Don't go through Lotus! But...
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
Don't go
What the
through
hell is
first.
this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
Then how would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. That was my best June face. Sorry. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
This is door 9. We're on the other side of it.
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped towards the door in front of them as if to illustrate that it was the only door.
No way.
Jumpy.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
Yeah, me too. I've had a bad feeling about June since the start of the game.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
What was he laughing about? How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already
We've
dead.
hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
I think it can, mate.
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I
Yeah,
can't
looks-
take this anymore.
It looks like we're like behind the set, doesn't it?
No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things.
Oh, for God's
Yep,
sake.
that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something, or a dream. It's made up.
I mean, who would make me wear these pedal pushers? It wasn't real, right? June. No. The codenames meant nothing now.
Ah! Ah!
Akane? Akane?
Connie!
Oh, God. Okay, I was wrong. Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie! Connie, hang on!
Junpei swept her up and took her by the shoulder. She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy, they stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Junpei put his hands against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man, Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread of... that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Oh, don't give me that I was crap. You're going to see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on, all right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Kane, desperate for something, anything. A submarine? And he saw it. A small submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Carney. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back down at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No! Don't go! Please, don't go! Please, just stay with me. Okay?
Where's Seven and Lotus?
I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Who did all this, man?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Then the wristwatch will come off. Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Carney's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Carney down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus hadn't followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they'd ever been there. Yeah, this feels very Truman Show. You know, like you've just gone behind the set kind of thing. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. I imagine they're going to be dead as well now. Junpei passed through the gate into the hallway. Jesus, what the hell's going on? His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check, there was no breath left in them. His eyes lit? His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. A bracelet. It was gone. He stared, it meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been before. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around, the door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion. Simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. Yeah, I thought so. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Carney. Now Junpei would join them. Who then had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Huh. Interesting. Don't really know what to think. Have we had any clue as to who that might be? Or was it just Zero? Could it have been Snake? Because we know Snake, that body wasn't really him. But why would he kill his own sister? I swear we didn't get all these credits last time. Is this the true ending? Or something weird? Let me skip. The end, or is it? We all die by a yellow submarine. I just got a Steam achievement. Yes, I will save a new slot. Right, so we got the yellow submarine ending. Is that to do with the Beatles song? So I don't think there was any key information at all on this entire route. There wasn't. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's absolutely no key information at all. That's mad, right? Or maybe these things will unlock once we jump back. Okay, what I think I should do is go back here. Does that mean I've not got this key information though? Let's just try it.
I think we've been here before.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Hold on. Yeah, okay, cool. So basically, I'll do this now so that the next video we can start going through door, whatever it was with Lotus. Door 8, right? Go! I realised that there were some dialogue responses that we could have maybe answered differently, like when June was telling us about the Titanic and stuff. So yeah, we'll just skip through this and we'll get to the actual decision, and then I'll just stop there. Interesting though. So a 10th person. I mean, it could have been Snake, could have been the 9th man, because we know that their bodies were perhaps not real. I think we can definitely say that Snake's body wasn't real based on what Clover told us. So. Yes. Come on. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if we've had any hint. I mean, the only other body we found, right, was was Zero's body when we went through door number 1 with Ace and Clover. So it could have been that guy, but I feel like that was a fake body for sure. So now we know of connections of Lotus, Seven, Clover, and Snake to the Nonary game for sure. All 4 of them have some sort of connection to this whole situation, right? I'm gonna go look for him! Yeah, I'm just gonna answer these things again. Just so that I'd like, this is just me trying to make sure we've asked everything and everyone.
Let's go take a look around the
Okay, let's go.
Did I not do this last time?
There's no one.
Oh. She gets mad.
Let's head back to the large hospital room.
Alright, that's probably the best idea.
Hey, wait. That's...
Okay, so I guess that was technically new dialogue. Interesting. So I said 0 last time. Could have been Snake, yeah.
Well, it seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. He found the parts somewhere, put them back, and then went through one of the numbered doors.
No, that's not possible. You have to authenticate with at least 3 people, or the red won't open the door. There's no way a single person could get through there by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
No idea.
What did I do? Right. Yeah, then she asks Clover to go with her. Ace decides to do drugs. Alright, perfect. I'll leave it there. We will head through door... Wait, why is it not got door 7 grayed out? Oh, I think I did pick door 3 and it... Yeah, alright. Okay, we will pick it up from here next time, guys. Crazy ending here. Maybe we broke the game or something? Maybe... To satisfy the game, we need to go through every single door, and by going through forcing people to go through door 3, we kind of broke how Zero wanted us to play, which was to go through every single numbered door, perhaps. But even on the last run, we didn't go through door number 2. We went through doors 1 and 6, so we still missed one out then. Interesting. Well, we'll pick it up from here next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like if you did. Just remember, everyone, never trust. And on crate, I'll see you next time.